Hey, it's Gigi, and I'm here for another round of speaking about fragrances that don't get the hype that I think they deserve, or are not mentioned really in the fragrance world. I don't hear a lot about them, but I have been sitting on this one. I've been wondering, like, when are they going to bring it back? It is a cult fave. They are losing money if they don't bring this scent back. I lucked up, secured my bottle, and been sitting with it for a while. And now I'm just happy to know that if I ever needed to replenish it, which I won't, it's available. And I'm talking about none other. And it's an honorable mention because I'm glad it's finally getting the hype it deserves. Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit. You see mine. It's not the new bottle. And hopefully they haven't reformulated it because this baby is a banger. It stays all day. Forget Angel Shares. This is the mama. This is the original to me. And when it comes to Angel Shares, because I feel like you have that ginger in there, and I feel like you have a bit of, to me, cinnamon, nutmeg, something. But this was Angel Shares before Angel Shares became Angel Shares in my life. So moving on. So you can still get this. And that's the point of this video. These are, to me, underrated scents. But you can still get them. You can still find them. I see them out there. But I just don't think they get the hype or enough. I just don't think they get talked about enough. All right, moving on. This is Ivory Root by Xerjoff. And if you like Ani, which I'm not, I have it, but I'm not really a fan of it. But if you like Ani, why aren't people talking about this? This is a good one. And we know this is a quality house. This is a quality brand of fragrances. So why isn't anyone talking about that? Moving on. They talk about her sisters to death. Delina exclusive. And what about this baby? Why isn't anyone talking about her? Nobody's talking about Cassili. Why? She is beautiful. And if you pair her with was it Vanille Orchard? I think it is. I can't remember who it's by, but if you pair that with the other scent I just mentioned, this is beautiful all alone. It is a beautiful peachy scent. Why are y'all hyping up Delina exclusive so hard and you ignoring this one? And you also ignoring the other one in the family. I don't feel like you guys hype up Meliora enough. She does not get the hype, and she deserves it. Okay? Let's start being fair around here. I'm just saying. And speaking of Meliora, if you can't afford that, or you can afford it, but you don't want to spend your money on that, why isn't anyone hyping up Lalique, Amethyst? It's the same thing. I think it was even here before Meliora, but they're the same. If you don't want to pay the price, get this one, okay? But I don't see people hyping it up. So, hey, you won't be able to get it if you don't know about it. All right, moving on. Some other scents that I feel are overlooked in their line, and this is only because I like Tuberoza, is Nishane. Why aren't we hyping up Tuberoza? I'm messing up some stuff. It was hyped up for a short time, and then it just like went away. But it's a good one. If you like Tuberoza, you have to like Tuberoza. So let's just be real. Two of these scents I feel get overlooked, one more than the other. I will say that the first one I'm going to show you gets a little hype, but not to shine like Vanilla 28, not to shine like some of the other ones in that line. Pink Diamond, Sweet Diamond, Pink Pepper, it gets a little hype, but I think it deserves more, especially for the longevity, the fact that you can layer with different scents. It has that sweet oudie, but not too much oud. Like, she got this whole new line of oudgasms, but to me, this was the first oud by that line. And this is a real treat that they came out with, and I just don't feel like it gets the hype that it needs. As well as Elixir 11. I like this one. Deja Vu too. Deja Vu get a little more hype, but this is a good one too. And I just don't it's polarized. I think either you like it or you don't, and I like it. All right, so those are two that I feel get overlooked in the Kayali line. In the MFK line, I feel like this one is overlooked. People talk about the Forte, but what about the Aqua Universalis? Whatever. Sorry. No disrespect. But people are coming for the version of this that's the Forte. People hype up the 724, 724. This is beautiful. Crisp and clean and citrusy and fresh. Why y'all don't hype this up? Why I don't hear about it? I also don't really hear a lot about, and this is a decant that I bought, but I don't really hear a lot about Tuxedo anymore. I did, but I don't hear it. I don't hear about it anymore. So what's happening with that one? When it comes to Creed, we hear about the usual Creed Aventus and Creed, what's another banger? Mostly Creed Aventus for women. We hear about all the time. But what about Aqua Florentina? What about this one? Do you guys just ignore this one? This is beautiful. Again, so feminine and fresh, with a little sweetness to it. Don't be like that. And this is an acquired taste. But what about this one? What about Creed Love and White? She's beautiful. She is. I don't know. And I don't have the one I'm about to mention, but there's another one that I feel like people ignore, and it's Blanche. Who is it by? Byredo. And it reminds me of this. I don't have that one, but I feel like people ignore that one. When it comes to Mancera, one of my favorite lines, probably my favorite line. I hear about Roses of Vanille all the time. I hear about Cocoa Vanille all the time. Do y'all not know about Choco Violet? I mean, I love Violet. This is, oh my God, this is so pretty. How do you not, especially this time of the year, fall, winter. Please, get your nose on this one if you haven't. Now, I want to smell roses and chocolate because I haven't smelled that one. This one, I can understand why it's not hyped. Because it's scary. It scares the hell out of me. And if I didn't find it years ago on TJ Maxx for a good price, I would have never pulled the trigger on this one. But red tobacco, the dry down, you cannot beat it. You just got to get there. You got to get to the dry down. And this is like a Middle Eastern scent. It's strong. Don't you do more than 1 or 2 sprays. But that dry down, oh my God, it's not even tobacco to me. It's more like, I don't know. You ever smell like the cloves? They call them de germs. Or the BBs or whatever they used to call them back in the day. You know, the little cigars that have like an incense smell to them versus cigar and tobacco. It's a sweet tobacco vanilla, and it's just so beautiful. People always talk about Tiffany Rose Gold. I don't like that one. What about Tiffany Intense? She's so sexy. Y'all don't talk about her. And she's the bomb. I like her. She's the best to me out of all the Tiffany's. But, you know, people don't talk about Diptyque. You don't talk about this one. Orpheon. We don't talk about it. And it's a good one. Let's just start being fair, y'all. Give people... I mean, fragrances are subjective. I'll give you that. They are very subjective. But let's just be fair in how we give the exposure and we share the love. People always talk about seven virtues, vanilla woods. I love that one. But that's Santal Vanille. It's beautiful. If you like Santal Blush from Tom Ford, I feel like they're sisters or twins or cousins. But that's a beautiful one too. I love the Fresh line. I don't really if I hear people talking about the Fresh line, they're talking about the sugar lychee. But this grapefruit, this is probably my 2nd or 3rd bottle of this one. And the body cream. And the shower gel. This is very fresh. Okay. Tiziana and Terenzi. I have a few. But I don't hear people talking about this one. I hear you talking about Cassiopeia. I hear you talking about Kirk or Kirk. Which I have those two. I don't have Kirk. I hear you talking about Draco. What about Lince or Lince, however you pronounce it? What about this one? You know, people talk about, what is it? Hypnotic Poison. This is the same thing. Or is it because we want to give respect to the OG, the Hypnotic Poison? But this is the same thing, but we all know Tiziana, Terenzi scents go crazy in longevity. Narcisco. Everybody is on this new Narcisco rose, musk for her, rose, whatever. Y'all not going to give this baby no props. We're not going to give the white cute. We're not going to give it any love. We're not going to say it deserves some shine. Because it does. This has to be my second bottle. Before I started collecting all these fragrances, I was crazy about Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. And I went through a couple of bottles of that. Now I can't really go through a couple of bottles, or can't go through a bottle, I'm sorry, because I have too many. But I went through a couple of these. And this is Prada Milano. Man. Oh, man. But you don't talk about it, do you? Nope. I don't hear you. I don't hear people talking about it. Some of the scents that people probably don't talk about because maybe they just don't know about. Oh, here's another one I don't hear people talk about that they know about. And a lot of sisters. I don't like Carolina Herrera, but I like this one. And this is, it begins with an L, trying to find the name of it. You know, sometimes they just think you're supposed to know or be able to read these little letters. But if you don't know, you just find it. It's the one with the translucent at the bottom heel. And I got this in a small bottle because I didn't know if I was really going to like it because I don't like the original. But this baby is beautiful. A beautiful vanilla. Okay. I heard one of the social media influencers talk about this one. Imperia Oshun. And if you like mango skin, I think this was original. I think this is before mango skin. And this is beautiful. But I can't think of her name. She's a beautiful young lady. But besides her, she was really hyping it up on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok. But didn't really hear anybody else talking about it. I hear Simply Aisha talking about this one. And this is great. And that's why I chose to try it. But I don't hear anybody else talking about it. And this is Lolita Limpica Oh My Beach. And this is a really good citrus. Oh, beautiful citrus. Strong citrus. Fresh and just, yeah. Just great. And I don't have it in front of me, but even Lolita Land. People don't talk about it. I get confused. I don't understand why. I had to discover this one on my own. And this is Lush. And it's called Furs. I'm sorry. Furs. And I'm still debating. I'm still on the fence with this one because the opening is beautiful. The dry down, I almost feel like I'm walking around with hair grease. I don't know. But I can still smell it because I did laundry today. And I wore it this week. And I can still smell it on the jacket that I wore it. So these are a lot of Lush products. Perfumes are with real essential oils. But this is said to have honey neroli and a lightly floral woody mimosa. And some of the other notes I saw was including coconut in this one. So doesn't that sound beautiful? But people don't talk about it. They talk about this one, but I don't think it gets a lot of hype. But it's the Lush Vanille. But I don't think it gets enough hype. But this is a good one as well. Discontinued. Sorry. But you still may be able to find it. Atelier. It's the Vanille Incense. And I almost missed out on this one because no one was talking about it. And I passed it up in TJ Maxx several times before one day I was just like, let me try it. And yeah, it's beautiful. True Sardi, Donna. Oh, this is your vacation scent. This is your, I don't have a care in the world. Let me put my foot up, get some margaritas, sit by the beach because I smell good. And I'm confident in how I smell. And this was Teresa Marcimello. She talked about this one, but I haven't heard anyone else talk about it. And it's great. It's a good one. And when I say I haven't heard people talk about it, I mean, you don't see a daily pop-up on TikTok. It's not there. Simply Aisha talked about this one. I didn't like it at first, but on my skin and the dry down, I like it. And this is Vanille Fruity, okay, by Malone. So this is a good vanilla, and it's not that expensive. You know, you can get that on Amazon for a reasonable price. This one, it got real hyped in the beginning, and I was like, what is the real hype? People was buying it because they had these little digital, you know, digital, you can put your name on it and they go across the bottom, the digital, but you're going to pay extra for that one. I didn't do that one, but this is Montclair. I don't know the name of the scent, but it's by them, and it's a vanilla sandalwood. Really nice for this time of the year. I'm going to rock this one, but people don't talk about this one, and I just don't get the one with the digital letters going across. It ain't even that serious to spend that extra money for that. Showed you in another video. You can still find these at TJ Maxx. This, oh my goodness. This scent will go on and go on and on all day. And this is Kenzo flower. The only reason this bottle was this big is because years ago, my son was young. So we're talking like 2001, 2002. This bottle, y'all. And it still smells good. My sister, we smelled it in the Bahamas at a fragrance perfume store. I'm not sure she bought this one from the Bahamas. It looks like a big bottle, but it's probably just a 3.3. I'm not sure she bought it from Bahamas or she bought it when we got back home. But she bought it and she wasn't using it. And so one day I was like, can I have it? And she gave it to me. And so Cindy, my big sister, Cindy Cat, thank you. I still have this one. It's so beautiful. I don't know if you've ever smelled it, but you can go on TJ Maxx right now and they'll have probably about 5 bottles of this. Not this size, but they'll have it. And hopefully it hasn't been reformulated, but nobody talks about that one. Nobody talks about this one either. Mercedes, black. It's a men's fragrance, but no, it's not, because this is one of the best vanilla amberish scents I have smelled. It is absolutely beautiful, and it smells similar to our Rehab. They have an oil called Golden Sands. It's the same thing. This is a spray. Golden Sands only comes in the oil. Golden Sands may have just a tad bit more sweetness to it. But this is beautiful. So if you can find this, get your hands on this. It's getting hyped and it's selling out. So if you find it before it gets totally discontinued, please just try it. If you don't know, now you know, because I'm telling you. What's this? Lanvin? I don't know. Eclat? You can find this now. I saw this in Bon Mar. It's still out there, but this is beautiful, fresh, stay with you all day, non-offensive to anybody. So get your hands, your nose, sniff around, and see if you can find that one. This was all the hype. This was that girl. I don't hear too much about her anymore. Twilly. I ain't talking about the ginger one. Not those other flankers, just the original OG. It's an acquired scent. You gotta like it. But once you smell it, it is absolutely beautiful. I don't know if you're ready for this one. I used to wear this one back in the day, and I don't know what happened to my bottle, and I had to find it again. And I believe it's still out there, but if you put too much on, I will get a headache. So this is 24K by Zhivago. I don't know if you know about this one. You almost have to have an older mama that put you on to this one, like my mom did. And it has the speckles, the little gold speckles. It's shaped like a diamond. It can't stand up on your nightstand, so it comes in this. Ain't that cute? I don't keep a lot of packaging in boxes, but that's the one I do because, you know, I can't stand it up any other way. So that's beautiful. On one of my other videos, I couldn't think of the name of these scents to save my life. But this is a flanker. This is Tresor Lanute. And again, with these little small tags. They just don't let you know what you buy once you get rid of the box. Because there's not a sticker anywhere on here to tell me. At least the one that's La Folie has it on there, but this one doesn't. So I know I think it's musk, but this is beautiful and it's underhyped. A lot of people, they don't talk about that one. I think I have 2 more, and then I won't hold you. This is probably one of my longest videos. But Cartier. This is just a Cartier Carat. Beautiful. People don't talk about it. If you don't know, how would you know? And this one right here, either you're going to like it or you're not. Some people are going to say it's too mature, or you like it, like I said. And this is Cartier Le Panther. I like this. This just reminds me of my mom, honestly. And I love her dearly. So anything that smells like her just smells so divine, so good. My mom is a true diva. And when I say that lady always smelled good. And this right here, first thing I smell, I'm getting emotional because the first thing I smell when I smell this is just being next to my mom, giving her a hug. She's just such a beautiful lady, especially she's 88 years old. And her motto is, long as it's red lipstick and black shoe polish. Even if they run out of hair dye, she going to always keep her hair dyed and her lips red, and she's going to have her sequins and her gold, and my mama's just a bomb. I love her. So that concludes my what about them. Like, what about these scents? I feel like they deserve so much more than they get. If you agree on some of these, or if you have a scent that you feel doesn't get the hype and recognition that it should, leave a comment in this video. But again, as always, peace and blessings. Thank you for joining me. May you be blessed and have prosperous life.